Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Britt, creator of the StyleShaker, and I am back with another coffee talk, get ready with me situation. Today I'm talking about the ridiculousness of 40-step skincare and makeup routines, what cosmetic grade cornstarch actually did to my skin, so many other fun things. So grab a cup of whatever makes you happy, let's get into it. Everything I feature I will link to below if you enjoy watching videos like this and getting ready with me in the morning, which is kind of like the most fun for me. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right. Now let's cut to me with a fresh face. Here we go. I woke up at 5 a.m. today. I know. If you went, ugh, I know. I got up, I worked out, I washed my hair, and now we're getting ready. I have my coffee. It is hot. I just made it. It is glorious. Grab yours, tea, water, whatever you want to drink. Let's get ready together, shall we? So I did my gua sha. I used a little bit of the Lip Doctor from Osmia. Everything that I put on my face, I will link below so you can check it out. And we shall begin. I do have, by the way, the Pi Regenerative Rosehip oil. Just rosehip oil, rosehip seed oil is kind of amazing for my skin, so I've been getting back into that. Simplifying, simplifying, simplifying. That's gonna be the theme of 2021 for this channel. Fewer, better. You're gonna hear me say it a million times. I used a little bit of the Maya Chia highlight of the day in Afternoon Delight, which is a little bit more bronze. This is the Suntegrity. I am working my way through some products right now. This one's on its way out, so I wanted to make sure that I use it up so I'm not wasting. It is a creamier, some might say heavier or oilier tinted moisturizer. The Impeccable skin one from Suntegrity. I really like it, especially during the winter months. My skin goes, you can use any tinted moisturizer. In terms of base coverage, speaking of simpler being better, well, it's not better, it's just how I'm approaching things going forward. I really prefer just having a couple maybe in my kit complexion coverage items. So I've tried lots. I'm gonna be going through and testing them again. Just because I want to get down to the fewer and the better of the bunch for me. I really feel like I was really quite inspired by something that I saw on YouTube. The algorithm fed it up to me. This is the Clove and Hallow concealer. I actually just repurchased this, but I really do like this concealer, and I've been really into the doe foot concealers lately. So anyway, I saw something on YouTube. It was from the beautiful, stunningly beautiful Olivia Culpo. She was talking on Vogue's channel about her 40 step, I'm enunciating, makeup routine. 40 steps. Thoughts? I want to know your thoughts on that. I'm certainly going to tell you mine. To me, that is an illustration that we have lost our minds. It's just too much. The idea that we would have 40 steps. Now, did I watch it? No, because I was so frustrated by it. So maybe she's not saying 40 products. Let's keep that in mind. Just be 40 steps that she takes. But even then, 40 steps? I can hear the collective eye roll. It's kind of hilarious, no? If it's for an event, which, let's be honest, there's not a lot of them happening right now. Maybe if you have a makeup artist on hand and a glam squad. You know, people are entitled to whatever they're gonna do. There's the Kardashian spectrum, and then there's this organic girl end of the spectrum. Pick what works for you. 40 steps really got to me, and I was like, wow. I was very inspired to scale back. That's what that did. I'm scaling back. Normally, if I were to set it, I would use something like the 14E. Something kind of interesting that I found out, I was testing the bareMinerals Mineral Veil. There will be a full scorecard for this. This is one of those videos I did a really long time ago. It has something like 27,000 views, and I was sitting on a floor. Sitting on my floor talking about it. No demo, no swatches, no before and after, nothing. It was the most bare bones basic video, and it had 27,000 views on it. I was like, okay, so people are looking at bareMinerals. Maybe I'll do a redo of that. So I got the illuminating veil and tried it out. I gotta put eyeliner on. I can't talk and put eyeliner on, sorry. Perez. Still love it, just sharpened it. Ooh, super creamy. So I actually am gonna set my eyelid with a little bit of this 14E setting powder. It is silica in here. Setting powders primarily have something like silica or mica, or they have cosmetic grade cornstarch. So it's Z-Maze. The bareMinerals is primarily made up of that. This, again, silica. There's advantages and disadvantages to both depending on skin type, and I went down a full deep dive because at the end of the wear test for bareMinerals, my skin was flaking. It was so dry. It was so dry. You know, I tested it for a couple of days just to figure it out because the first time I used it, I really liked it, and my previous review mentions that I actually really still like it when I was evaluating all the products I was using and auditing. Kept it because I was like, all right, this one still works. However, the formula for the illuminating shade with the cornstarch, cosmetic grade cornstarch, dried my skin out. Now for oily skin types, it's one of the best oil absorbers out there. It can be a protectant. It has like all these fantastic qualities, and it was the perfect illustration of how this is all very personal. So I am going to gravitate more towards silica-based setting powders because, well, I also really like the feel there. It's a little bit smoother. I don't feel it as much on top of the skin like I did the bareMinerals, but silica, however, leaves flashbacks. So in pictures, you'll see it more than you would cornstarch, cosmetic grade cornstarch. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. I never really looked into it. Now you know. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a new color from Alima Pure. I have to get another compact though. I was like, oh, I'll get a refill, but the other eyeshadow's still in it. So it's like, This is in shade Icon, and it struck me as a really nice everyday shade, and I was right. I win! How many steps are in your everyday makeup routine? And granted, we're in a pandemic, so there's a lot of stuff happening, so maybe there's even fewer steps. I really like this shade. This is reminding me of that Sydney Grace shade, Miracle. A little bit lighter and softer. And then the other day I tested out, I applied 10 items on my face, 10 products. Actually, it was 7. Literally, this is what I do when I'm bored. I was looking at it and I was like, I wonder how many ingredients are in there. And I think there were around 70 different ingredients in 7 products. So it was kind of interesting to think about that too. You know, if you're putting on 7 products and you have 70 ingredients total being applied to your skin, well, how many in 40? If we're gonna use the same math, I sounded very Midwestern. That would be what, 400? Again, she didn't say she used 40 products, but this is a bronzer from Clove and Hallow, and you know what? Matted over. I might break this up and make it a loose bronzer because the bakedness of it, it's not picking up on the brush. Let me scrape it up. So I have this little contraption, this little spatula. Here's bronzer in Question. See, I've tried scraping it before. It's almost like chocolate shavings. This might be an epic fail. Picked up something at least. Before there was nothing on it, but this might be too much. It's working. I put a brush on there that had oil on it because you're supposed to wash your brushes all the time. I do it weekly. I just don't do it all the time. And I do use facial oils. I think that changed the top layer of the bronzer. This is a nice natural looking baked bronzer, so you have a little bit more control. Fairer skin types can do this. You can get a baked bronzer for less. Although Clove and Hallow has really good prices. But yeah, that's really nice. Easy, breezy. Beautiful. Refillable, I love it. I made a mess. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of blush on. I'm gonna use the INIKA Loose Mineral and Blooming Nude. I happen to just really love this color. It's beautiful. I've talked about it many times. It's a nice little complement to bronzer if I just want a little bit more warmth that doesn't look orange, then I reach for this stuff. Necessary? No, would have been fine without it. But I get to talking and I drink some coffee. I just start putting more stuff on my face. But really at this point I could have been mascara done. 2 more steps. 2 more steps and our time together is done for today. I'm going to use the Lolo Black Mascara. This is their original mascara, not their Mega Lash. I purchased this again, or I think I had it with a gift with purchase. Really nice, soft, subtle, everyday mascara. I'm not curling. What? Gasp. Sometimes I can't be bothered to curl my lashes. Also, find it very uncomfortable. Is that just me? That contraption feels very barbaric, archaic. Words with ick at the end of it. You know what I mean? So I have one massively long, crazy long eyelash. The overachiever of the eyelash line on that eye. It's so weird. Early morning makeup application, eyes are a little bit puffy, depuffing. I did work out, which gets things circulating. My makeup applies so much better after a workout. My skin has released some oils, like gua sha. The texture of it changes. It is so much happier when applying makeup. And it's also getting better and better. Although when I use things like cosmetic grade cornstarch that dries out my skin, it screws it up. But the barrier, the skin barrier, really focusing on the skin barrier a lot these days. I think Glossier says this, and I'm not a big Glossier person, but they talk about skin first, makeup second. I do believe in that. And I don't think I'm alone there because the most popular videos on this channel are always either around skincare or foundation. So you're either covering the imperfections on your skin or you're trying to improve them with skincare, which I totally get. So I am focusing on my skin barrier, and it's 40 steps every day. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually another reason why this like 50-step skincare routine, I just went 10 above 40, right? That's another thing. You don't need all those steps. And really, to help the skin barrier, the more I read about it, the more research I do, and let me tell you, this book called Clean by James Hamblin, I believe, blowing my mind. He's such a good writer. You guys have to check it out. Please check it out. I need somebody else to read this book with me. It is so good. I'll put a link below. But I'm only in the very beginning, and the way that he's talking about things, he actually mentions Glossier, and he goes into what skincare is, the history of it. Fascinating. He talks about the skin barrier, and I think he's gonna get further and further into it. To help it, all the recommendations are like moonwalk backwards, pause, break, give your skin a minute, because your skin's microbiome, very buzzy term, the research is coming out. They did this, the gut microbiome. You guys know Wellness took that. Goop took that and ran with it, I'll tell you that much. Now they're gonna do skin microbiome, and they have been doing it, so I'm like late to the party, and I'm sure Goop has 50,000 products that are $800 each for that as well. Just kind of ridiculous and a complete ripoff. Sorry, rant. I'm done. All these people are saying if you want to give your skin a fighting chance, lay off all the abrasive crap that you're putting on it. And it's hard to, because it's overwhelming, because people like me are telling you you need bakuchiol. So it's just a fascinating book. It's a fascinating book that has led me on so many different research tangents, and all of that is to say that, yeah, skin first, makeup second. That's where I'm at. What I love about applying makeup isn't covering up my skin. It's using it to accentuate things. I love playing with colors and stuff like that too. That's what makeup is to me. I don't know, what's makeup to you? Why do you love makeup? Why do you apply makeup? I think every woman and man and individual uses makeup for very different reasons. So I'd be curious to know why you use makeup. Why do you love makeup? I want like a color base with a gloss on top. Yeah, I just got this 100% pure lipstick. They had a sale. It was a really good sale. This was a month ago. Clover is the shade that I got this in. A nice everyday pink, but a little bit darker than a bright pink. Fitglow lip serum in Gospel on top, because I have it and need to use it. It's easy for me to say skin first, but I get it. When I had that breakout, massive reaction. It wasn't even a breakout. When I've had breakouts in the past, specifically hormonal breakouts, it's hard to just go, you know what? I'm gonna just let it do its thing. I'm just gonna sit back, relax. Now is probably an easier time because you're not seeing as many people and there's a mask on your face. But still, it's hard to not feel that desperation of like, give me something that works. You could go to a dermatologist if you want to spend a few $100. They're not cheap either. And they also have lots of conflicting information. So you go onto YouTube and you listen to an influencer. Really, at the end of the day, yes, I love posting content, but there's money behind this. You guys know that. I try to keep things as honest and objective as possible because I don't see a lot of that on here. And then that influencer says this, and then that influencer says this. So what's a person to do? It creates a cycle, this skincare stuff, and you just want to keep getting more and more and more. And I'm diving further and further into it. So I'm going to be researching that, but in the meantime, this is the completed look. I'm going to blow dry my hair and be right back so you can see the final, because I've got a lot of stuff on the agenda. Going for a walk, very exciting. We have our family Zoom call, very exciting. Really, today I got ready mostly for you. You make me feel young. That's from Mean Girls. Wow, the coffee's definitely kicking in. Let's cut to me with dried hair, looking good for waking up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday like a wackadoodle. There you have it. She dried her hair. Yes, if you're gonna get a T3 blow dryer, don't. It was very expensive and I was much happier with something that was 30 bucks from Conair, so just wanted to throw that out there. A little end of video tip for those of you that are sticking around. I'm gonna do more of that actually. This is the completed get ready with me look. Really didn't use too many products on my face. Certainly not a 40-step makeup routine. Hope you had fun with me. I hope you got ready too, or just had me on in the background when you were doing your thing in the morning or at nighttime or whatever. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will see y'all real soon. Until then, bye.